You're alone. You feel a strange tightness in your chest. Maybe it's just indigestion. But then it gets worse. The pain spreads maybe to your arm, your jaw, or your back. You start sweating. You're short of breath. And suddenly, you realize this might be a heart attack. And you're the only one around to deal with it. What do? First, here's the most important thing to understand. Time is everything. The moment a heart attack begins, your heart muscle starts dying. The longer you wait, the more damage is done, and the higher the risk of death. This isn't just a Hollywood moment. According to the American Heart Association, every 40 seconds, someone in the US has a heart attack, and many of those people are alone when it happens. So how do you survive? Step 1. Recognize the symptoms and do not ignore them. The most classic sign is chest pain or pressure, but heart attacks don't always play by the rules. Some feel like a heavy weight on your chest, others feel like squeezing or burning or even a dull ache. The pain can radiate to the left arm, shoulder, neck, jaw, or even the back. But some people, especially women, experience symptoms like fatigue, shortness of breath, nausea, or just a feeling that something is off. You don't need all the symptoms to act. 1 or 2 can be enough. The point is, if you suspect a heart attack, don't wait it out. Act immediately. Step 2, and this is the biggest one, call emergency services. Call 911. Don't try to drive yourself. Don't wait to see if it passes. People have died in traffic or passed out on the way to the ER trying to be heroic. When you call 911, the operators are trained to help you stabilize while help is on the way. They can also notify the hospital in advance so the cardiac team is ready the moment you arrive. That few minutes of preparation could be the reason you survive. Now, step 3. Take aspirin if you can. This is one of the most underappreciated pieces of advice. If you're not allergic and you're not told to avoid it, chew 1 standard 325 milligrams aspirin or 2 low-dose 81 milligrams tablets. Chewing, not swallowing, gets it into your bloodstream faster. Why aspirin? Because it thins your blood and can help break up the clot that's blocking your artery. It won't fix the heart attack, but it can buy you crucial time. At this point, don't do anything that stresses your heart further. Sit down or lie down. Stay calm, breathe slowly, avoid standing, walking, or trying to do too much. Your heart is already in crisis. Your job now is to keep your body as still and stable as possible until help arrives. And no, coughing hard repeatedly to restart your heart, what's often called cough CPR, is not a real thing for heart attacks. That's an internet myth. The American Heart Association is clear. It does not recommend cough CPR. It only applies in very rare, monitored clinical settings, not when you're at home alone. Trying it can actually waste time and delay real treatment. Let's look at a real story to drive this home. In 2020, a 44-year-old man in New Jersey started feeling chest discomfort while working from home. He felt dizzy, but decided to power through the symptoms. He waited almost 40 minutes before finally calling 911. By the time paramedics arrived, he had gone into full cardiac arrest. He was revived, but not before suffering permanent heart damage. Doctors later said that if he had called for help right away and taken aspirin, his odds of walking out of the hospital without long-term issues would have been significantly higher. On the other hand, a woman in her 30s in Arizona experienced similar symptoms, shortness of breath and nausea. Unlike the first case, she immediately suspected something was wrong, called 911, chewed aspirin, and laid down. She was treated within 30 minutes of arriving at the hospital, and doctors found a 95% blockage in one of her arteries. Thanks to her quick action, she had no permanent heart damage. She survived because she didn't wait. Now here's something that's changing fast. Heart attacks aren't just for the old anymore. Recent studies have shown a troubling rise in heart attacks among people under 40. Diet, stress, high blood pressure, and even poor sleep have all been linked. We're seeing more cases in people who look healthy on the outside but have hidden risk factors. This is important because many young people don't think they could possibly have a heart attack. That mindset leads to delays in treatment, and that's deadly. So, what can you take away from this? If you're alone and suspect you're having a heart attack, recognize the signs. Call 911 immediately. Chew aspirin if you can. Stay calm and rest. That's it. No drama, no heroics, just science-backed, life-saving action. The scary part? Most people don't know this. They think they'll know if it's serious enough, or they'll just tough it out. But heart attacks don't wait for certainty. They demand action in uncertainty. And knowing the right steps before it happens could be the thing that saves your life or someone else's. Because at the end of the day, surviving a heart attack isn't about luck. It's about knowing what to do before it's too late.